Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly Our Teams meeting. We are trying to bring best of speakers to enhance our knowledge, and also that will be also be helpful for our business directly and indirectly. In that series, we had people, Dr. Avinash talking on social media marketing importance of it and this different perspective. In continuation to the same, I met with Shankar, an interesting personality in Chennai who had worked with Fortune 500 thought leaders, top brats of the industry. I saw his interest towards lead generation for the business, business dashboards, usage of technology for business growth. To formally introduce, Shankar is a serial entrepreneur with 20 years of global experience. He co-founded two companies, Spin Circle, a sales technology company, startup in 2014, and founded Learners Circle in 2020. So the spin circle is the one that we are going to hear from today on the technology sales startup company and his idea behind it. And in his previous corporate experience, he has played several roles across management consulting, corporate strategy, innovation, sales, operations, etc., across the globe. He's lived in India, Singapore, and he plays active role in building businesses and building organizations across the globe. He's a classmate to Nirmal. He's a business friend to Suchi, and it's nice to have you, Shankar, among with us. And I would like uh, Ivana to introduce quickly about our teams and its mission. Over to Ivana, and
Hi.
post which I would like Shankar to start his presentation.
Thank you, Vishwa.
Hi. Hi, like Shankar. Good evening. So, welcome. We are very excited to have you here. Heard a lot about you. When we posted it, there is a kind of excitement from everyone. So, and the topic is also super exciting. And someone even mentioned that, whether Shankar from Singapore like that. So, I think most of us know your friend's friend and classmate and other people are here. So, looking forward to hear your words of wisdom. And this is the topic that we all need now at this business environment because we are going through rough time 2023. So welcome, handing over to Vishwa back. And our mission and vision is to empower and help IT Tamil entrepreneurs in US. We started in 2021 November. So we have about 200, almost 200, 250 plus people. So all are like-minded. So we are all help each other, share our knowledge. Collectively, we want to grow to the next level. Another idea is to make an impact of Tamil IT entrepreneurs in US. Relatively, it is a minority community compared to other things. So we want to share the same knowledge and empower, and then to pass the knowledge to the next generation. So that's the idea collectively. So in that way, the next generation they have. So they have some success stories. We have some success stories here, like people here like Yasser and few other people. They are all achieved one level of success. So some of them have got Inc 5000 awards in the future. So that kind of helps the startup who has started in the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years to also apply the subsequent year and like go for it. So that's a kind of collective impact we are doing. So, and another thing is to help each and every whomever comes a Tamil IT entrepreneur, we want to help them. And another motto is we want to benefit all of them, whether directly or indirectly, whomever we know, we want to give them that kind of dosage of benefit. So that's our vision mission, and spreading across the world uh, the same intention and idea. Back to Vishwa. Welcome, Shankar. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivana.
Thank you, Ivan.
Hope Shankar, this would have got you some idea. Most of us are IT staffing, IT products, IT services company.
Okay. Thanks, Vishwa. So I think awesome initiative to support the Tamil entrepreneur community. Like you said, particularly outside India, we are becoming a minority community. But the potential is huge. right? So bringing such forums will actually help somebody who's just starting up. They'll face a huge challenge. One is they will be trying something new, which the world may not understand. So there is a struggle in taking the idea to people and convince them that it's a worthwhile idea, and then finally making a customer to pay itself is a huge challenge. And if you, on top of that, if you are not in your hometown and if you are outside, this kind of support is vital. Not just from the infrastructure point of view, the network point of view, even from a motivation point of view, you need somebody with whom you can bounce your ideas, discuss your approach, strategy. This is an amazing forum. So thanks a lot. I think it's a great initiative. Like Vishwa said, there are a few known names, Nirmal, Susil, there might be few others. I was in Singapore earlier. Now I moved back to India a couple of years ago. So right now in Chennai. So with that note, we'll start. So hype from a lead generation strategy point of view. Today, let's call it as a high level. Since it is strategy, it is going to be high level. I'm not going to get into the tactical approach of what all we will be doing to generate leads. And the level deeper, but the basic outline and a strategy to getting yourselves ready for lead generation. அதுவே வந்து இன்னைக்கு day to day change ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. So we'll look at how the things change. So like you are mentioned, there is always a gloomy picture when you read newspaper. So I've stopped reading newspapers for quite some time now. So I think irrespective of what comes in the news, business continues, right? So that shouldn't really demotivate or change our larger vision or strategy. I don't think any company would have changed their vision or strategy because of change in the market. They would have taken tactical difference, tactical change approaches in a short-term perspective, but long-term and the vision in the innovative thinking or the entrepreneur. So I agree there is a bit of challenge compared to previous years. 2023 seems to be more of a challenging year so far. Nevertheless, this is probably the right time for a lot of startups to get started. Nothing can be worse than this. So if you are getting started now, I think what you will see is only the upside ahead. I don't think it can bottom out beyond this for somebody who's just starting up. So all the best to all those freedom fighters who are trying to get out of the rat race and embark on a great journey for themselves and for the world itself with their innovation and invention. So with that note, I would like to move on. I'm going to skip my. You are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to skip my intro, not so much to talk, but with respect to lead generation strategy, I'll just உனக்கு lead generation தெரியுமா அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு வந்து ஒரு answer. So last 8-9 years I've been into my own startups. So Spinny is more into growth marketing and sales enablement is the major area. Primarily technology enabled growth. This is our focus area. So we do a lot of consulting. We do digital marketing. We do sales optimization. Predominantly data driven. Predominantly 100% technology driven business. So prior to my entrepreneurial journey, I think the seed for all this happened when I was with the Tata Group. My previous journey is throughout with Tata Group for almost 13 plus years, almost 14 years, where I have played across various roles. During my stint with TCS, so within Tata Group, I worked in the automotive earlier, then moved on to TCS. Within TCS, I was lucky enough to work with the with the top 4 or 5 people in the organization who worked very closely with them, including Mr. Chandra, who is now the chairman of Tata Sons, and recently moved out Rajesh Gopinath. So I worked with both of them very closely, and also other leaders within TCS like Anand Mahalingam. So I was part of the think tank. So when I joined as a fresh out of MBA to TCS, I mean, I had my manufacturing experience in the Tata Group, then did my MBA, then post MBA was with TCS. I was lucky enough to get that break, an opportunity to work with these people. What I realized is that it's a very large organization. Right? It's like a juggernaut. It's a very big organization. But at the top level, how they tackle day-to-day business issues, how they think, what kind of vision they have. இது எல்லாமே வந்து எனக்கு gave me hands-on experience of how to manage the vision, how to manage strategy, plan your strategy, and also how to manage your day-to-day issues, what kind of tactical approach you take. இதெல்லாம் தியரிட்டிக்கலா ஒரு MBA படிச்சிருப்போம், but I got the opportunity to see that working closely with them. So from there I picked up my thinking. I worked very closely with them in terms of giving them market intelligence, competitive intelligence, and later on that helped me to move into a sales related role, sales operations role for APAC. So close to about 14 different countries in APAC. I've been to almost all the countries, worked closely with the country management. I was reporting to the chairman of Asia Pacific as a region. So got a phenomenal opportunity in terms of understanding how the sales operations works in a IT services business. And I was thanks to some of my colleagues in TCS, I was able to set up a market intelligence unit along with one Mr. Rajesh Upadhyayu. He is now a professor in IIM Kozhikode. That was the initial point where I started gaining interest in sales operations and how this market intelligence helps people like Chandra, how it helps the CEO and the first level in the organization and the sales heads across the organization to leverage data and take an approach that will help them win bigger deals, very large multi-million, multi-billion dollar deals. How do they win? How do they plan? I got that opportunity to work when I was working with them. So when I came out, there were certain ideas which I could not implement in TCS being a very large organization. So I thought this is an area where the entire world needs support. A large organization like TCS will have the resources to do it internally. They can customize it. They will have probably 50, if not hundreds of analysts who can gather data. I'm talking about almost a decade ago. Now things have changed. Technology has become more powerful that you may not need a very large team to achieve all that. So that was my trigger point. I've always been thinking about starting up, but that point where I felt that leveraging data to drive sales is what made me get started with Spinny. So from then on, I've been working closely with a lot of sales teams across the globe. And we have seen phenomenal results leveraging data and technology to drive sales. So I will move from there. That's the context to why I am working in this sales area, and sales enablement has become a passion. With that, I'll just start with this. I would like to understand whoever is here. I'm going to post a link in the 1 second. I want people to just answer this poll. How do I get to the chat? Okay, chat. In the poll, answer பண்ணுங்க. I just want to understand how many of you are in the B2B and how many are in the B2C category. just take another 10 seconds. Awesome. So the entire crowd seems to be from the B2B category. So that's good. Okay, let's start this journey here, or the storyboard here. Okay, this is what our human evolution has been, right? One is, it has always been in search of food from the days we were nomads. On one side, the search for food is in the form of hunting. On the other side, we learned how to cultivate, we learned how to farm and make our own food, right? But இதுல என்ன சேஞ்ச் ஆயிருக்குன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, it's only we have evolved with new inventions and upgradations, and somewhere technology started coming in, and those bows and arrows have become guns and all that. So nowadays, hunting really per se is not literally required. We have learned how to tame and you know, find our own food. But this is how we evolved, right? From doing hunting and farming. Pretty much sales is similar. There are only two approaches. There's either a hunting or a farming. We do hunting when we want to find a new customer. We do farming when we have an existing customer and we know that the customer is capable of paying more, and we have services that or products that we can offer to the same customer again and again. Pretty much that's what we do. But end of the day, for you to complete a sale, for you to do a sale, you need a man, you need a person, a customer, right? You need a man. But this man that I'm going to talk about is not just the human being. It is money, it is authority, and it is need that is part of that human being. So you need a person who will have the money, who will have the authority to take that decision, and who really has a need to complete or make that purchase. If we do not find one of these parameters, irrespective of whether it's a B2B or B2C, the deal will not go through. It will not close. If you boil down all the data that you have, why did we close? You will finally find out that you closed the deal only because you finally met this person who had the money to make the purchase, who had the authority to take that decision, and who really had the need. If you were B2B, yeah, so in B2B, we will be discussing with another business, and there will be several functions in the business. There'll be a purchase department, there'll be a finance department, there'll be you know, CEO or a CTO. And if we are selling something which the purchase, we are discussing with the purchase manager, for example, we'll be discussing. He'll give you all the inputs, all the necessary details, but the deal may not get closed. It might get prolonged for a long time, until a moment you decide, you understand that, oh, we have been talking to a person who has the need, but may not have the authority to make the purchase, because the authority to make the purchase might come from CFO. He has to give the money and the authority for the purchase manager to make the purchase happen. So finally, the MAN has been with somebody else. You are dealing with only one guy who had the N alone, or you might be dealing with a person who has the need and authority, but he might be in such a bad situation in terms of business that he currently doesn't have the money to close the deal. So whatever part of business you are dealing with, whoever you are dealing with, in every deal, try to ask yourself whether you have found your man or not. Right? So you can ask so many why questions and filter down to this. I think this is going to be one of the biggest takeaway at the end of this presentation. I'm giving it in advance because we're going to talk about the details behind this. This is going to be one of the key messages that I want every entrepreneur or the salesperson who has joined the call to note, that ask yourself whether in every deal you have found your man to complete the sale. So man is money, authority, and need. So I'm sure you all know what is a sales funnel. So my suggestion is, I'm not going to get into the details of a sales funnel, but my suggestion is, idea is to break the sales funnel into smaller parts. So let's go by a divide and rule policy, where we'll divide the funnel into 3 parts: tofu, which is the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and the bottom of the funnel. So sales funnel, what happens? You generate interest, and through some means you have got traffic to your website, or people reading your blog. They clicked on one link, they have come to your inside your funnel, from outside your funnel to inside your funnel, which means these are people who have a similar interest. They may not be your customer or even a potential customer. They have come into your funnel. Whether they go down to the next funnel, next level in the funnel, they come out as a customer, is purely based on various activities that you do within the funnel. So those activities differ. When the customer is at the top of the funnel, you will be doing a lot of things which will educate the customer, which will help them, with details of what service you are offering, what kind of, you will create the awareness about your product or service. It can be through blogs, it can be through your social media posts, it can be through some video that you launched, or you had a similar webinar where you talked, so people listen to you. So இது எல்லாமே வந்து top of the funnel நம்ம பண்ண வேண்டிய ஒரு activity. You will build the awareness. In the next level of the funnel, let's say out of 1,000 people, roughly about 40% of them move down to the next level. Okay. Which means these are the people who have shown interest in the topics that you are talking about in various forms, and they want to know more. They have seen value in what you're talking, so they want to know more. So they go deeper. Let's say they go to your website and sign up for a newsletter. They want to know regularly what you're talking about. So they sign up for a newsletter. They start, they come to a landing page and give more details about their contact information, etc. That's when they are in the middle of the funnel. Even now, they are not customers. They are only potential customers. So they become a lead. So lead, somebody's name and number is not lead. You need to know that's contact information. So you need to know whether they have a need, an affiliation towards the product or service you are offering. So you need to qualify whether this particular lead is worthy enough to nurture. இது எப்படின்னா, நம்ம கிட்ட ஒரு பேக் ஆஃப் சீட்ஸ் இருக்கு. எல்லா சீடையும் போட்டா முளை வருமானா வராது. There will be certain seeds which are not going to germinate. அதே மாதிரி தான் இங்கேயும். You will have to now filter down which are the good seeds. So that's the process where you qualify. So there are a couple of types of qualification. You will call it as marketing qualified, where you will decide to send more information about the product, more information about the service, make them sign up for newsletters, invite them for certain events. Idella marketing qualified. It will move from marketing team to sales team when it becomes sales qualified, where the sales guy will say that this customer has a real need. So he will potentially sign up for our service or use our product. Or they would have identified that he has been using a competitor's product, but he's not satisfied. Or he's been searching for a similar solution like ours, he's yet to sign up. All these are the methodologies that you do when you are in the middle of the funnel. You try to qualify. Right? After you qualify, you filter down further and identify that out of 40%, only about 20% are really going to be a potential customer. So to them, you play a different set of activities. You will push them towards, you will invite them for demos. You will give them free access to your tool. You might do consultative, discussions with them, help them find solutions to their problems. So all these will make you get closer and closer to the customer, right? So until they come out as customer, right? So in the sales funnel process, you have to vary your strategies and approaches. Don't expect that somebody who has come to your website will become a customer automatically. If that really happens, then we have got an awesome product or a service which everybody needs, probably like, when Gmail got started or when WhatsApp got started, we all had that drive to get started. Even there was a funnel. Maybe the funnel was large and the velocity of movement was very high, which means velocity, what I mean is a sales term, by the way. Velocity is the pace with which you move your lead from top of the funnel to converting them into a customer. So that's sales velocity. So to achieve high sales velocity, you will have to have an optimized sales funnel and an optimized process. So dividing and conquering is the best approach. You cannot have one single approach from the top to the bottom. It is not going to happen. You yourself might be applying intuitively. Naturally, you will be following different set of patterns within the funnel. Whether you are following a funnel or not, actually it is already there. Okay, and you are deploying different strategies. If you're already in business, you're doing it. It's only that you need to realize that you're doing this, and when you start realizing and starting to gather data, you will change your tactical approaches here and there, which will make it more efficient, more optimized. So divide and rule. So remember that. Second is, okay, now we have to work on the sales funnel. So how do we work? When we start up, usually we don't have enough resources, we don't have enough budget, so everything is done by us, right? Few years ago we did not have enough tools, so we had to do a lot of things in the get your hands dirty, roll up your sleeves, write your own blog, go and post it on social media, go create your own ad, run. So ellame end to end we were doing. As entrepreneurs, we would have been doing a lot of hard work. There is no replacement for hard work, but things can be done in a smarter way now by leveraging the technology that's available. Particularly with the advent of this generative AI, which is now the talk of the town, things are changing at a much faster pace, right? It's a moment of truth that we are going through right now. Like when calculator was invented, I think the only thing the human race did was mastered how to use calculator, moved on to invent a computer, and then moved on to invent other gadgets, computer-based gadgets. So we are in a similar, inflection point where AI has now reached the hands of almost everybody in this world, and things are going to change. It's another moment like a calculator. I think instead of being scared of the tool, we need to learn quickly how to use it and leverage it so that you can start inventing the next, the next thing, the future for yourself. So we need to, I don't think there's an escape from it now. We need to be smarter and learn how to use the technologies that are available. So rudimentary So as an entrepreneur and a business owner, we need to invest in certain tools. So years ago, we were managing things in Excel, which is possible even today. But I think there are a lot of other tools which have come into market, which will improve the productivity of sales teams and entrepreneurs, startups particularly. So try to invest in them. It's not an investment only in terms of money. It's money. There are several thousands of tools where there's one set of tools which are free. There are tools which are very affordable, and there are tools which are for very large organizations, which you may not need now. Or if you have grown, you need to upgrade yourself to those tools. It can be a simple CRM. It can be a marketing automation tool that will enable you to, create content, post it in social media. All these can be automated. If you are still thinking that I have to go to social media, then post this content and send all this, I think all this have been done in the last decade itself. You can create content with a scheduled calendar much ahead of time. You can place it in the tool, which will automatically, post it in social media handles whenever you want. So you need to have these tools in today's context. There is no escape. If you really want to do the hard work, good luck. But I think your competitors are going to use these tools. So you better understand what are these tools that are available in the market that will help you in speeding up your sales process. So products can be anything from a chat bot in your website to answer queries from your customer. Years ago, we were sitting or we had an agent who will answer. These days, AI tools have taken care of that. So I don't think we need to sit and do that anymore. And the current GPT kind of tools have gone to the next level. It behaves exactly like a human or better than a human and available 24/7. So you will not miss even a single lead, right? So you just have to train and deploy those tools in your website or wherever you are interacting with your customer. So I'm just going to talk about, other than the standard CRMs, the Zoho ecosystem itself is an amazing ecosystem which can support an entire business to a certain scale. I think it can support even large scales, but at least to a certain scale, it is one of the best tools at a very highly affordable price. Freshworks also has a suite of tools which can leverage your help you leverage your sales funnels. There are several other players in the market who will enable you to move faster, right? I'm going to touch upon few newer tools that have come into the market. For example, the image on the left. If you were to post something related to this on social media, where you need a bot interacting with a human or something like that, that's the social content. And normally you would have gone to your designer, ask the designer to create an image, then you will write a content, put both together, go and post it. I think if you use DALL-E, which is one of OpenAI's tool, it will give it to you in like fraction of seconds, right? This is an image generated using DALL-E by OpenAI. So humans are getting replaced in the form of chatbots in the websites, particularly customer care and managing your inbound leads through websites definitely can be handled by chatbots. There is no need for someone to physically sit and answer every question. That's the future for you. There are chatbots, AI chatbots for years together now. The real true AI you are going to see now. After I'm sure everybody has tried chat GPT, and Bing is already integrated. Imagine what will happen when LinkedIn brings that power into their ecosystem. So Microsoft is behind all this. So very soon it will happen. So same way, chat GPT on one side has reached the common man. So people are going to be super informed before they reach out to you. So you also have to upgrade yourself to that level. There is not going to be an escape to this. If you're not doing it today, I mean, sometime later you will be forced to adopt to this. So better we get trained in using these tools now itself, right? So better than human responses will happen very soon. And it'll be contextually aware. It'll know where the customer is coming from, what is the context, what are they actually looking for, and it can answer more intelligently without taking any break 24/7. So try, if you have not implemented any chatbot in your website, I think this is the right time to experiment and try using one, right? You will fine tune it as you go, which is, and also customize it to your business, which I think which is part of the evolution. From a sales enablement point of view, I think one of the latest good initiative from HubSpot, the famous CRM tool. They have a huge marketing automation tool as well inside. So if you have not tried, please go try it. Chatspot.ai is a new release from HubSpot. They have integrated Chat GPT version 4, GPT-4, and they have built a conversational bot which can bring all sorts of data. It can give you data which is not inside your organization, and also can give you data from within your organization. It can have access, if you integrate it, it can have access to your CRM and throw intelligent information about your customer, about your who's your best sales team, who can be your potential next customer. Everything can be analyzed and thrown back to you in fraction of seconds by tools like ChatSpot. So take a shot. It's free right now. So go try those tools. But there are other chatbots. FreshChat has a AI based chatbot. There is Sales IQ from Zoho. Give it a shot. Predictive lead scoring is something that you can see ChatSpot doing if you're using HubSpot. I think most CRMs comes with some sort of lead scoring mechanism. This will also go to the next level because these AI tools can bring data from anywhere in the world in fraction of seconds, and they can tell you the moment you identify somebody as a potential customer, it can tell you nuggets of information about their from their social media, from their personal side, what they post on social media, what are they really interested in, what do they chat on Twitter, what are they browsing through in LinkedIn. All this might be available for you, and that is loads of intelligence which will enable you to convert ordinary contact information into potential leads. So those nuggets of information, whoever is going to harness that information faster is going to win this competition. So it is a competition out there. It is hunting. So to find our leads among this, haystack, the needle in the haystack, these tools are really, really going to help us, right? So give it a shot. Shopify has already started integrating with AI tools. Wix has content generation AI. So even your web page can be created in no time. There's no dependency on a page developer and waiting back and forth to create one landing page. It'll take few days if they are really coding it. There are already tools which will give you landing pages in seconds. Now even the content for that landing page can be generated by the tool itself. So as long as you give the right prompts to these AI tools, they'll throw out a lot of content, churn out a lot of content in fraction of seconds. So your speed is really going to be, multiplied in thousands of times. So that's the kind of speed that you will get if you start using these tools. So gone are the days where you were really going and shooting about your product and you hired a person, you hired a crew which will do the shooting or demo of your product, while the AI tools can generate same or better quality video in multiple languages in seconds. So if you have not tried synthesia.io, please go and try it. Content writing has gone to a different level. Copy.ai is only one example. There are hundreds of such tools. Interestingly, we have a Excel sheet which we keep sharing with a lot of AI enthusiasts. There are probably we've crossed more than 100 tools now, where we have captured tools. We are segregating it on the main function that the tool can deliver. And we are also telling you whether it is free to use, what is the paid version, and all sorts of information is already available in the sheet. We'll try and somewhere we will try to give that access to this team as well. So from ad creation to video creation to content generation is happening in fraction of seconds. I have hands-on tried all the tools that I mentioned here: copy.ai, ad creative.ai, Flicky. Flicky creates videos in fraction of seconds. Synthesia I've tried. So ChatGPT I've been extensively using in the last 3 months. I have literally not asked a single content from my content writer in my team. I have taken this as a mission to master myself with the prompts that I have to give to the AI tools that are coming up. So I have taken access to GPT-4. If you have not taken, please take access. I think waiting for the free access in the wait list, we will only lose time. It's just $20. Just pay and get started with the tool, right? So that is going to open up a huge opportunity. That's what I believe. Okay, so any sales funnel, to bring people to your sales funnel, you will have to do some activity. That activity can be classified into two. It is either an inbound activity or an outbound activity. So inbound and outbound. Inbound, you are allowing your customer to come and explore themselves. They will come to your website, read a blog, they will go out. After a few days, they would have seen some LinkedIn article which is relevant and related to the earlier blog. So they will come back, click on the post, they will read that. If there is a link there, they will click that and come back to your website or your white paper or something. Then they will go off. Again, so idellame on the self-search and need-driven automatically customer உங்களை தேடி வர்றது வந்து is inbound. So you are attracting them with the kind of content that you are providing or that you are seeding in the market, right? அதை பார்த்து they will slowly reach out to you. Okay, that's inbound. Outbound is purely shouting, saying, hey, I have this product, this will solve this problem, are you interested? I'm running this campaign. If you sign up today, you will get this kind of a discount, or you will get a 1 month access or something like that. You are directly addressing your prospect because you know who your prospect is, you know who's your target audience is, you know already that anybody who's making 2 million to 5 million is my potential customer. So you need to have that kind of insight on who's your potential customer before you start spending on outbound marketing. Outbound marketing, and it can be simple cold call, or it can be an ad that you posted on Facebook or LinkedIn, or maybe Facebook is lesser because you don't spend so much on B2B in Facebook, but Facebook also helps. Okay. Or Twitter, for example, you start posting relevant content on Twitter, where you shout out saying, this is, I'm launching this product today, and if you want to try, sign up for this wait list. All these are outbound messages. So you will have to have a balance of both. I'm not saying that inbound is right or outbound is right. I think for any business, both is required, and you need to know what is your right balance, because outbound might have a lot of cost, inbound may not have too much of cost. You are waiting for a customer to come into your website here, or your reach circle of influence. And in outbound, you are clearly going out and shouting out loud saying, hey, I have this product, are you interested? So you need to find your right balance based on your marketing and sales strategy. So let's understand this, right? In an inbound scenario, you should know what is your customer's journey. So if you think that I will post one blog and then I want all my customers to read the blog and come to my website, that may not happen. So this is something like this. You are at the center and you have a circle of influence, and that circle is actually a concentric circle, like a solar system. Okay. Then you have planted a lot of content around you, around your system, in the form of blog, in the form of social media article, white paper, testimonial, ella form of messages. Okay, this could be inside your website, outside your website. You are a guest blogger, or you're part of a keynote speaker somewhere. So wherever you go, you have left your footprint in some form. Okay, so on the footprint path, your customer is actually having a problem, or he is on a day-to-day basis, he is trying to look for a lot of information that will help him in his work, right? So he will start his journey. Let's say he saw your LinkedIn post somewhere which is far away from you, but it was dropped by you some time ago. You wrote this article, or you wrote this blog, or this post. The customer saw this and he is interested. Then he goes to an article from there which is relevant. You don't even know that he's doing all this at this time, probably. Okay, he also doesn't know that he's going to reach out to you, but this is probably the potential path he's taking. Then he would have gone to a potential blog, then he would have gone to another blog. Maybe he accidentally ended up seeing a testimonial or a case study that you had published. Then he saw a big idea that you're talking about in your white paper. Finally, he starts finding things which are highly relevant to what he's doing. He might have seen a product or a service that you are offering, which is going to solve his problem. Only then he might reach out to you. So this journey is happening with almost every customer. It's not that they reach out to you straight away. If that can happen, I think there's no need for a sales process. If you wake up every day in the morning with a phone call from your customer saying, hey, I want this product, done. There's no sales process required. That is not the way it's working, because like you, there are millions of other players in the market. So you need to create your circle of influence, sprinkle your seeds across, so that each one will germinate at some point in time, bringing a new customer to you. This is going to be the customer journey. So we need to work towards what kind of content to plot where, what kind of seeds should I do. Certain things are planned, certain things are just consistent work that we do. So what is the mantra here? I mean, Keta, there is no new mantra. Okay, the tools are new. Okay, you will have to do the same approach that you will normally do. You should know who's your target audience, which means you should know more about your potential customer. What type of a persona is this person? If you're looking at a banking customer, then you need to decide what is this customer persona. My man, MAN, is the person who's a CEO of a $10 million, CIO of a $10 million company. He'll be working on this particular technology, and he'll be looking for solutions in these areas. If it's banking, maybe he's looking at the future payment systems that he can deploy in the bank. If the bank has still not deployed one, they might be looking at a UPI kind of payment system that they want to implement. So you need to define your customer persona very clearly before you reach out to them with anything. Whether you want to throw a content to them, or you want to go and talk to them, or you want to, before that, you need to know whether is this my potential customer, find out the persona. Okay, for your business, it will be a tailor-made persona for your business. That itself is a workshop. There are a lot of people who offer you services saying, I'll create customer persona for you. So that's a topmost activity that you should do before you kickstart a large campaign or a well planned out marketing strategy for yourself. Second is you need to build your thought leadership. Content is king. There is no, I'm not going to tell you that, hey, content marketing is important. That's a given. That has become cliche now. There's no point in saying content is important. You have to do content marketing. You have to. There is no option given now. There's no other way of bringing customer who is highly available only online, and you have no control on what they will watch, what they will read. So you better be in areas where they do these activities, right? So for you to keep them glued to you or woo them to your content, you will have to deliver high value through your content. So you will be able to deliver high value only if you know who you are addressing. That's why your customer persona is important. If you are offering an analytics solution, a SaaS-based analytics solution, you need to write content that will serve the purpose for somebody who's in the same space. There's no point in giving that to somebody who is not at all related to analytics, right? It will not be useful to them. Even if it's high value to me, it may not be high value to another person. So I will get attracted, he may not. So you should not worry about the guy who's not attracted. You are not writing it for them. You don't worry about whether I am getting thousands of likes, whether I am getting too many shares. You will get it only from people who see value in the content. So what you will have to do is reach out to the right audience with the right content. That's it. So if your audience is in Twitter, but you are posting in Facebook, you better change your platform, right? So that's about it. So building thought leadership cannot stop. You have to continue. Same way, so leveraging social media is a cliche advice if I give it to you today. It's only that you need to decide how much I need to push organic and how much I need to spend money, and what should be my combination. What is the right balance that I should strike? There is no escape from publishing or announcing yourself that you are available and you are providing these services in the social media, be it any platform. I think you have to be there. You also need to be there in the groups, in the forums that are relevant to your industry. If it is fintech, you be part of the core fintech, media, fintech platforms. Be part of the physical events that are happening there. Go participate in those. B2B, I think definitely you need to do those engagements. Even though you have Zoom and all that, I think physical connect will still be needed. And I think we are just moving on from the pandemic situation, and the physical meets are happening. So it will be hybrid, but there's no escape from physical meets. Better to be in the thick of the things. But don't forget to leverage the tools so that will save you time and resources. You don't have to depend on a large team to get many things done. So OpenAI kind of tools they are free right now. Most part of it is free. So leverage it as much as you can. Basic hygiene is a must. So for example, if you are not having any reviews or ratings in your Google when somebody searches you and there is no ratings or review, or if you're having a bad rating, your online reputation is not that good. I think you need to consciously work towards that. Even to watch movies, we look at IMDb rating. Even to watch, my 10-year-old son is deciding to buy a particular pen based on what people are giving as rating in Amazon, or very small stuff. He is questioning me, have you checked the rating before you bought this? Is a question that a 10-year-old is asking us. So that's what any decision maker is going to go through. It has become a habitual process to look at social endorsement to make a purchase or an action. So you need to build your online reputation. Be where your client is. So identify where they are and throw your seeds in those platforms. I spoke about it earlier. In particularly in US geography, emails still work amazingly well. So plan a drip campaign once you identify your target audience, and once they are into your top of your funnel, somewhere when they are about to get into the middle of the funnel, you need to get started with the drip campaign. You need to continuously work on probably giving them information through ebooks, subscriptions, newsletters, whatever that you could do to nurture your customer. I think you got to do that, and make it easy for them to do it. Have a very easy UX, highly attractive UI. These are now becoming hygiene. Earlier, as long as you had a website, it was enough. But now I think the speed of the website is very important, because if you are slow to load, their mind goes off to something else. They will switch to some other page and they'll forget to come back. Basically, they will have a need, but they'll forget you. So I think many of us, if you go and look at your browser, you will know how many tabs you have opened. That's the kind of split attention that we're giving, right? Gone are the days where we have only one tab, working on the tab, closing it, then opening another tab to go and search for something else. Those days are gone. Most of them have more than 5 or 10 tabs open in their browser. So attention span is very less, which means you got to be in front of their eyeballs as quickly as possible. So the response time, the basic infrastructure of your website has to be slick, easy, fast, and attractive. Make it easy for them to drop a request if that is the thing, right? If they have to, they should not be spending more time to send out one request to you. Any request coming from a customer is an inbound. He's just one step away from you, right? And if you falter at that place, you are losing the lead. So better improve that infrastructure and make it attractive and easy for the customer. So one hygiene related question at this stage is, have you claimed your local business profile on Google? I'm going to post this as a poll question. I want to know how many of you have done this. Please vote whether you have done this. We will go and see. Please vote whether you have claimed your local business profile.
I think the
link is in the chat.
You have to refresh the chat if you have already done it.
No, people are voting, so we can see this. Nice. So there are a lot of people who have already claimed their business profile. If you have not, please go and do it, because when somebody searches for your business on Google these days provides more information to the customer. Before they reach out to you, they will see what is the review that's given about you in the. If you are not aware, I'm just going to show you. Is there anybody's company that I can type? Can somebody give your company name so that we'll just see what Google throws?
You can type Canny Minds Technology Solutions.
Canny, C-A-N-N-Y.
Yeah, C-A-N-N-Y, Canny Minds Technology Solutions.
See, Canny Minds Technology Solutions, I've got here, you've got 4.8 in terms of social score. This number is something that you can build on. So this kind of information is already given. You can interact with your customer even without your website. You can do a lot of stuff here. Okay, you can post questions, FAQs, you can post updates about your business. See, all this you didn't ask for, but Google is giving what to do. If you are not aware that if your score is, this is very good, 4.8. If your score is 3, do you think if you are searching for somebody and they have a rating of 3 or 2, you would go to them? You will not. Right? So claiming this, giving the right location, probably giving this certain pictures you cannot avoid because Google is doing it, but you can add more pictures here, make it more attractive. Particularly e-commerce, you will see people are selling here in e-commerce sites. So claim your Google profile, build the profile here. Okay, you can add more photos, you can add more FAQs, and start engaging with your customer even before they come to your website. Guide them to the website, right? This is very good. I think the first step, hygiene factor, is done. Now you can work on top of this, leverage what Google is throwing at your customer and make it more convincing for them to reach out to you. Right?
Okay.
Super. So the fact is only 44% of them have actually claimed. Okay. So predominant number of people are still yet to figure out how to do this, or they don't even know how to do this. So if your competition is not done it, it's good for you. And if you have not done it and your competition has done it, so think about it, right? It's important that certain basic hygiene is taken care. Like we spoke in the previous slide, this is also one of the things that you need to take care. Your social endorsement has become very, very, very important. So work on it. Please maintain a very good online reputation. So anything about content and content marketing and whatever you're doing, you have to be consistent and you have to be persistent. So like I said earlier, ஒரு blog போட்டுட்டு ஒரு post போட்டுட்டு ஏன் 1000 பேர் பார்க்கல அப்படின்னு எதிர்பார்க்கிறது வந்து is not going to work. It will take time. That's okay. You have to be persistent irrespective of the result. You have to keep posting the content at a scheduled interval. You will see the traction going up because over a period of time, I'm assuming you will start analyzing the data. You will start fine-tuning yourself to your target audience. It's better if you do that as a first step. Who's your target audience? Am I writing that content for that person? That is very important. If you understand that, all your blogs, articles, your social media posts, everything will be targeted to the right audience and you will see the right traction. So don't give it up just because you listen to a post, a webinar like this, or you went to a workshop, they told that you have to post regularly, so you started posting without any thinking applied, and then after a few days you think that, oh, நான் இது post போட்டேன் இன்னைக்கு எந்த யாருமே வெப்சைட்டுக்கு வரல, so I will not do this, it's not working. That I think is something as an input for you to work on. It only means that you need to make your content more relevant, and if you are new, you will only build the traction slowly. So don't worry about it. If you suddenly find, so எந்த இடத்துல நம்ம வந்து SEM பண்ணணும், எந்த இடத்துல நம்ம வந்து ஒரு particular post push பண்ணணும், எங்க நான் மணியை ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணணும்னா, if you see one particular article seeing more traction, put your money on that. Put your money on the winning horse. Push it. More people might like it. That's the indication you are getting from the organic likes and shares that you are seeing. Organic engagement அதிகமா இருக்குன்னா அதுல போஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்க. அதுல வந்து you put your money, boost it. Small amount itself will bring big results. There is no need to spend millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Start with small numbers, itself will give you. But if you have already a very well established business and you know the finer details of data behind which goes well, which campaign has to be pushed, and have relevant budget, abdina, you can go full throttle, use the tools extensively. Okay, so this is the most interesting part. The devil is always in the details. So why I asked you to invest in the tools is, tools are going to give you a lot of data, and the data you need to utilize very well. Now, for example, in the 7 minutes na one potirken mela 7 minutes na enna, in Spinny we have generated close to about 5 lakh leads. Okay, what happened, what we understood after completing the 1 lakh lead is that our leads generated were predominantly B2C for a B2B company. Okay? So what we understood is, if you reach out to the customer through, let's say, or a Facebook ad, and they have responded to you, and then you get back to them after some time, they filled a lead form saying, my name is, so and so, my contact detail is this, I am from this city, and then you look at the data and you call them after 3-4 hours. Okay, what we found out after working on 1 lakh leads is that if you call within 7 minutes, your opportunity to talk to the customer is 90%. If you go beyond 15 minutes, it drops significantly down to 60%. After 30 minutes, it is very, very less, because the customer has moved on to some other topic. He is not even ready to listen, or he was browsing and responded to your ad when he was in a tea break or a lunch break. That window is gone. He's gone back to his desk. He's working. He cannot be disturbed now. And it's very difficult to bring back the customer. So the money spent on the ad is almost lost. So the conversion rates drop significantly when you take more time to reach out to the customer. Okay, particularly social media ads and social media leads are like that. So any faster response is actually appreciated well by customer. So try to be, you need to find out, if you're in B2B, what is that time, which is my response rate, which is ideal for me, right? The earlier, the better. Nobody's going to question you if you do it faster, but you need to find an optimal performance. So it can be 15 minutes, or it can be, less than 24 hours. It varies from business to business. In a B2B case, even 24 hours might make sense. It could be through emails, so it's okay. But try to understand that data you will get to know if you start looking at your operational, performing data, your CRM data, your, when did you post? When did the customer click on the post? When did I receive the lead in my CRM? What are these timestamps? When am I getting the maximum response? Is it Tuesday morning 10:30 or Wednesday afternoon 2:30? You need to understand. That will help you decide when to send your emails. So, a recent example I'll tell you. We were doing consulting for a Singapore-based food tech company. They were doing a lot of things, but they didn't see the traction that they wanted. So one exercise that we did was, we reached out to their existing customer database, which they never did apparently. They're reaching out to them only as a newsletter, not telling them what new products have been launched. What do you feel about my our product so far? And the feedback. So we said, okay, let's do one feedback session, feedback from the customer. We'll send emails to them. Apparently, we sent emails on 2 different dates. One was on a Thursday, the other was on a Sunday. Our expectation was Sunday, Singaporean customer is not going to respond. Okay, but the result was amazingly different. 66% of them clicked on the email that was sent on a Sunday morning 10:30. And in fact, they ended up having a conversion close to about $12,000 in the next 2 days. From that set of people who actually clicked in the email, they clicked on the link that was provided. They had given a coupon code to go and buy on their website. 2 days time, just one exercise. So the devil lies in the details. So please go through the data that you have. And then the peanut or image, and if you notice, there is a brain image inside. And then the peanut brain connection, way back, this was told by HCL sales BD person. He was in the US and he was meeting with a customer. I know somebody who was working in HCL, you guys might know. They work a lot on the finer details about the customer. Customer intelligence is a specific area that I have worked myself hands-on. I have given a lot of briefings to Chandra and the CXOs in TCS before they go to a customer meeting. So in Yenana, this person is going for a lunch meeting with a US client, and then they went to the restaurant, they started talking, and they want to order food now, right? He did not, he was about to order a food, and then he just remembered that let's look at what I'm supposed to, what is the feedback that's given to me in the from HCL. He's just seeing that Angapata, it's written that the customer is allergic to nut-based foods, so don't order any food that has nuts. To this level, customer intelligence is helpful. Imagine what would have happened if you have ordered a food for your customer that is allergic to him. It can become the disaster. That will be the end of your sales process. That lead will go dead. Same thing if you are a fanatic of a follower of cricket. It comes naturally to our people to break the ice. We talk about cricket to the customer without knowing that the customer is actually following football, and you have no idea about football. So gathering information even on the personal interests might actually help you. So இதெல்லாம் எப்படி gather பண்றதுன்னா, you need to connect the dots. You need to look at a lot of data that's available in இந்த எல்லா டேட்டாவும் actual social media இருக்கும். You will not know that your child and your customer's child is going to the same school or the same college. That's actually a great connecting point. So if you do a little bit of work, you will get all this data. I used to do it manually when I was in TCS. These days, these data can be gathered using some set of tools that can, crawl the data for you from the social media and whatever is online. Let's say for a CIO, you are targeting him and they are, and you don't know what topic to talk to. Just go and look at what he is writing on Twitter, what he is written on LinkedIn, what are the last 2-3 public events where he has spoken. He would be talking actually over a long period, he'll be talking about one consistent area where he's working on. It could be analytics within his organization, implementing, and I am working deep in analytics, and he'll be telling loud, but not directly. He'll be based on what content he is talking, you can understand. You have to decipher that. You need to connect those dots. Being conscious is important because he might be telling you a lot of subtle information during conversation. You should not be focused on, oh, எனக்கு இந்த டேட்டாவை டெலிவர் பண்ணணும், I should only deliver that. Don't do that. That is important, but listening to your customer is far more important, because you will change the way you are telling your answer without you knowing it. If you listen to him, you will tell it in a way that he will get convinced. But otherwise, if you don't listen to him, you will tell it in a way that you want to tell, which he may not be ready to hear. And beware, before you meet, you would have met your competitor. So this is a very age-old sales mechanism, right? If you're going into India, at least it is still the practice. When you are getting into a organization, you will have to enter in the entry who all as who you are going to meet, what purpose. I got trained in my previous jobs. When I sign, I don't look at what I am writing. You can write anything that you want, but I will be looking at who the guy I am going to meet has met before, because it's a common register available publicly with the security, and he will give the note to you to write. I will look at who all has met whom. If it is a direct competitor, I will at least be mentally prepared what I should talk now. And that is information that I have to pass back to my organization saying, hey, before I entered, there is this competitor who has gone and met them. So what are they doing? You can ask your team to find out, or you can at least be ready before you go for the next pitch, how to flank that competitor. So be aware of what is happening around you, and beware your competitor might be, just under your nose ahead of you, right? And be conscious to listen to your customer. That will actually help you fine tune your pitch. ஸோ இதெல்லாமே இதுக்கும் லீட் ஜென்ரேஷனுக்கும் சம்பந்தமானு கேட்டீங்கன்னா, இது எல்லாமே ஃபனல்ல நீங்க பண்ண வேண்டிய வேரியஸ் ஏரியாஸ்ல இருக்கிற ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிஸ். அதுக்கு இது எல்லாமே ஹெல்ப் பண்ணும். ஸோ டு அன்லாக் பிஸ்னஸ் growth, my strongest suggestion is go explore AI tools. It will save you time and save you money, and there is a 100% guarantee on quality by these tools. There are certain tools which are still evolving, so please bear with them, but eventually you are going to get very high quality output from these tools. So when they are there, when those tools are matured, you should know how to use them well. So better get trained now itself, start using them hands-on yourself. Okay, I'm getting at the last few slides. After this, I will open up, maybe we can have open conversation. We have a WhatsApp community, particularly on the AI tools. If any of you are interested, it's here. I will pass it on in the chat after this. I will pass on the link. If any of you are interested in knowing the AI tools, or you want to get access to the Excel sheet that we have, that's a live document. We keep updating the tools almost on a daily or a weekly basis. There are close to 100+ tools already inside. and you can figure out, I mean, how that sheet is going to help you is, it will help you save a lot of time in going and researching for the right tool that you want. Okay, it will give you clarity on which tool to use where, and whether you have a free access or not. So there are a lot of free access that's available. So I'm going to post this content in the chat again. I will also share it with Vishwa and pass it on to your team. So this is the link. If any of you are willing to join, it's free to join. There is no sales happening there. It's predominantly, there will be some announcement on webinars like this. Otherwise, it's predominantly a place where we share freely the information that we have. My team does a lot of research on it. With that, maybe I will use the opportunity to, do a little bit of marketing on what we do in Learner Circle. Learner Circle is my other startup. I didn't talk about it in the beginning. It's an edtech platform. It's a COVID baby. We're focusing on skill development, particularly life skills for children, because there are a lot of players like Byju's who take care of the academic. During the pandemic, we lost focus on building these skills. So we were working from 2020, we are working on learning skills that are, taught outside the school. It could be music, dance, performance, art skills. It could be logical skills, critical thinking skills. So we have courses which are fun and which are also sometimes game based, which are sometimes directly learning the skill. Like Bharatanatyam, people learn online. We have, this is like third year batches are still running. That was even, in fact, eye opener for us. We never thought that Bharatanatyam can be taught online. There are children who have learned keyboard with us and gone on to get Trinity London certificates. They appeared for the grade exams and cleared that. Chess is a major logical course. We do teach coding. We do a lot of math-based learning, puzzles and games on math. And there is a communication stream where we teach English grammatical skills, public speaking skills, and languages like French, German, kind of courses. So that's Learner Circle for you. Thanks. If any of your kids are, our main motive is to help children pursue their passion, create their own future. The future is tremendously changing. It's not going to be large corporates that everybody wants to go and join. It's going to be my own enterprise. It might be a single person. It will become a creator's world. We are already seeing that in YouTube and Insta. You see so many digital creators who are making thriving business and living a gala time of their life. They're enjoying what they're doing. That's what we want. We all as entrepreneurs are trying to follow our passion, right? So we want to empower the future children also to do the same. That's the mode of Learner Circle. Thanks for that 1 minute. If any of you are interested, reach out to us. We'll be happy to work with you and your children shaping their future. Thank you. Thanks a lot for this wonderful time with you all. Always be closing. So that's the statement that any sales guy would love to hear, or an entrepreneur would love to hear. Keep closing more deals. If any of you want to reach out to me on anything related to digital marketing or growth marketing, I'm happy to answer your queries. I've given my email address and my phone number here. I'm available on WhatsApp as well. Maybe I will take a little bit of time to respond back to you, but I'll ensure that I'll respond to you all. I'll open up with for questions at this stage. If there is still time left, I'll stop sharing so that I can be on the video, and you can ask your questions on the chat or come on a video and ask your questions. I'll be happy to answer.
So I'll just give a little bit background about Shankar. Shankar, Susi here. How are you?
Hey, I'm super. Breathing here. Hey, your voice is out. I'm not able to hear you.
So we both did business probably about what, 10 years back? When
9 years back.
9 years back. When Shankar started Spinny, I think we gave 1 or 2 guys for the app development, right? From my team.
That's
correct, right? So from then on, I've been knowing Shankar, and we've been in touch on WhatsApp. But then when I saw this coming up, I said, okay, I should at least come and attend this one. Very entrepreneurial. He took the risk, very early. We were like still going back and forth. So I think we should make use of what the services, what he's asking. Good to meet you, Shankar. So I'll pass it on to the rest of them.
Pleasure meeting you. Nice.
Yeah, bye.
World is too small. That's what this power of these forums are.
Yep, very small world. Thanks to the teams for arranging this.
I'll catch up with you first.
Yeah.
Hey, Vishwa.
Yeah. Hello, Shankar, can you hear me?
Go on, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So thanks for the excellent presentation. We noticed inbound and outbound marketing here. The content, invited a lot of people, and I saw people also publishing in the group, Teams group. So really a nice information. Okay, I just wanted to say thank you before I leave the meeting. Really, I saw everybody was staying till the end. So that is
Awesome.
amazing. And it's went beyond the hours, but yeah, it's really useful for us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So there's one question here. How do we qualify a lead? See, qualification criteria is something that you need to create for your own organization, your product and service. So you can create a checklist of things for you to identify whether this person is really your potential customer. It may not be 100% right, but it will certainly weed out the junk leads or junk inquiries that comes into your system. It cannot be answered within a fraction of seconds. So I would suggest, maybe I will suggest some blogs and content for you to read. You can go to HubSpot. There's a lot of content on how to qualify. HubSpot blogs have a lot of content on this, but it has to be customized for your service and your product. What is the minimum to put on Google, LinkedIn ads to get 2 to 3 leads a month, minimum ad spend? So it purely depends on what is your, what are the keywords. So in Google or LinkedIn, predominantly it is the keyword that you're going to use in Google. LinkedIn, I'll tell you one trick. In LinkedIn, don't go and spend a lot of money if you do not have enough followers. Okay. First, work towards getting larger number of followers. At least I would say have 5,000 followers for your page. After that, if you do an ad, the effectiveness of ad will be good. Otherwise, what will happen is you will spend money and then you will think that this is not a good platform. It only sucks money out. So don't spend too much money on LinkedIn before you have a decent followership. How does small startup find the time and dedication to keep with this strategy and execution? Is external help affordable, and how do you identify a partner? Okay, so that's why I was focusing more on AI tools and automation tools. A lot of that has become possible now. Even a single person can manage a lot of things with a little bit of discipline in batching your work. If you can batch your work in half a day or less than half a day, you can actually create a month worth of blogs. It could be 4 or 8 blogs, and using AI tools you can do it faster. Taking external help is helpful. May not be on day one. If you can afford, yes. The affordability varies based on quality and all that and your need. So there are people who are available at very low cost to very high cost. So I think you just need to spend a little bit of time to find the right partner. The right partner is the partner with whom you can work peacefully without a conflict, right? So if your first meeting itself is on a conflict, give it one more shot. And beyond that, I think it won't work. If you don't find peace working with a person, it won't work. First criteria for me is, if I don't find it comfortable having a decent conversation without much conflict with my partner, I don't think they can actually, even though they might be the best, I may not be fitting with their profile. So the best partnership is to identify that way. Thank you. A lot of people have. I will try to share the presentation. Okay. Awesome. I think, do you have any lead gen or digital marketing services that you offer to startups? Yes, we do. Swati, please do reach out to us. I've given my email and phone number. Based on your requirement, we'll try to see. I think first step is we'll just try to have one conversation and identify what you're already doing and whether it's in the right direction. And then we can take it from there. What is growth marketing? Thanks, Swati. Growth marketing is a focused set of activities that will only focus on driving growth to the organization. It could be generating more leads. It could be converting more leads that you have already got. So there are some set of activities that you do. Otherwise, you might also be doing branding activities. You might be doing a lot of awareness related activities, which may not be part of your growth marketing. So you can go and read a lot of stuff on growth marketing. Just search for growth marketing and you will see a lot of people talking about growth marketing. There's a guy called Sean Ellis, who's probably the founder of this term, growth marketing. Growth hacking, in fact, that's the term that he talks about. There are a lot of experiments. Growth hacking is all about doing many experiments to find out the right leads. Awesome. I
Thank you
know
so
I
much.
overshot the time, so maybe I can reach out. You can reach out to me for offline for all your further questions. Thank you. Thanks for being a wonderful audience. I think for me also it was good to interact with this international audience, and Tamil community oda work pandravanga is another ultimate happiness. Thank you. Thanks, Vishwa, for this great opportunity.
Come on, Shankar. Thank you so much. We are much privileged. Over to Ivana for word of thanks.
Hi, it's so exciting, Shankar. So awesome session. Learned a lot. I think everyone has a takeaway. I just took a notes. Build thought leadership. Leverage chatspot.ai. Basic hygiene. Devil is always in the details. Customer intelligence. Beware of competition. Funnel strategies. And your WhatsApp community. Always be closing. Probably we should have a workshop or something like that with you. So, and always be closing is the key. And I would like to thank everyone, the organizers, Sendil Karnanadi, Vishwa, Sendil Kumaran Manoharan. I think he just dropped. And also I would like to thank all the participants, Shankar Ji, Anuradha V, Asid Justifies, Jay Permal, Jeevan, Karthikar, Kodandaraman, Sedubadi, Srini, Subburaman, Swati, Thiru, Vasan, Yasarji, Nadraj, Parani, Pradyudan, Satya, Dr. Maharaja, Fiona, and everyone. So thank you, everyone. Please share your number and email and let Vishwa post in our, we have a WhatsApp group of about 200-250 people. So that way people can reach out to you directly. And in the future, looking forward to probably, we are planning to have a workshop style in the next few weeks or so. We would like to invite, like you can give a, exercise where we can all do something like that. So thank you. It was wonderful, pleasure and honor to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you. Pleasure is mine too.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. See you all.
Sure. See you.
Thank you, Shankar. Thank you, Ivana.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Shankar. Mind-blowing presentation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent. Awesome.